beautiful people, and welcome back to the Dingy Diamond. I am your urban lady Whistledown, and we are here yet again with an update on Big Tigger, or should I say Mr. Tigger, and Alicia Brown, and all of the drama that has been developing over the last couple of days has us glued to our social media timelines to see what is going to happen next in this. So a little bit earlier today, TMZ, of course, TMZ has everything. They leaked a video of Big Tigger and his wife Alicia Brown apparently in a scuffle over a phone. I know you guys have seen it. And in this video, there has been a lot of commentary regarding whether or not that visual constitutes domestic violence in a traditional sense. We will be watching that video, and you can see in it that although he is attempting to get his phone back, he is not intentionally trying to harm Alicia.
My phone.
Tigger, get off
my phone.
Do you not see all them crying? Bro, why did you do
I'm
that?
not doing that.
Yes, you did.
She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want my phone. She could give me the phone and it'd be over. She could give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna give
I'm not on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me my phone.
D, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
If you say so. Give me my phone.
Bro, just get over her. You can buy a new phone.
Get off of me!
Mr. Tigger!
Get off of me!
Mr. Tigger, get off of her now!
Screams or pain is being sustained, and her older son is of course trying to add gasoline to a very low raging fire by adding his own ad-libs about things that are not happening, as if we don't have eyes, right? Stop standing over her. You're stepping on her. He's not stepping on her. He's trying to retrieve the phone. So in my personal opinion, of course, I don't believe this constitutes domestic violence in a traditional sense. I don't believe the clip before that was circulating where she hit her head on the door constitutes domestic violence. I don't know if that is the question that will be asked. She did sustain an injury because of his actions. And if he had not done that, she would not be injured. So from a court perspective, he did help cause an injury. So on the new video circulating today, he does say that she is drunk. She doesn't sound drunk to me. She sounds like she's acting. She's throwing a tantrum. She is refusing to give him his phone. And of course, a lot of people had something to say about it. Just give the man his property. Why is she keeping it from him? Or why is he not allowing her to get his phone? Of course, there is something incriminating on the phone. There's something damning on the phone. You know, it's not let my wife see the phone and he has, pictures of food on there. Something on the phone is incriminating, which is enough evidence for her to know that he is doing something that he's not supposed to be doing, as if she doesn't know in the first place. Women's intuition is a MFer. And we did talk about other behavior changes in her husband's normal routines that she's probably already noticed. So she should have let him have the phone. I did also say that if he needed to go to his neighbor's house to call the police, if it was that type of situation, I'm from the hood. Like, we call the police if we are in danger, imminent danger, which it doesn't look like he was in. But if it was that serious, and it seems like it was, if he has to aggressively attempt to pry the phone from her, and you make a conscious decision in welcoming whatever consequences of attempting to forcefully take a phone from someone. You can hear I think it's their little girl in the background crying. Anything can happen where the tussle knocks her down in a way. And you're saying yes to those things, and a whole host of sporadic situations that could just come up when you decide to engage in a scuffle or engage in a physical confrontation the way that Tigger did. So I do think he is wrong for that. I understand that there's something in that phone that he does not want anyone to see. I do understand that. I wish she would have gave him the phone back. I really do. But that's not the situation. Okay. So on top of that, and this is an ongoing situation after Miss Francesca filed a defamation lawsuit against Alicia Brown just a couple of days ago. That lawsuit was filed, and it is trying to recoup damages up to $75,000, which isn't a lot. When I seen the lawsuit filed, I immediately believed, right, that Francesca would be or is currently fired from the show. And to my surprise, Tigger stepped down from the show, saying that he's taken some time away to deal with some family issues, of course. But is still there. Francesca is still on the morning show, and I believe Greg Street is filling in for Big Tigger at the time, which I thought was crazy, right? If it does come out that this man had some type of extramarital affair with this woman, and he put his reputation and career on the line in order to engage with this woman in this way, and now you have to step down and she's still making a paycheck. You know, I don't think we think deeply about the consequences of our actions when we're having fun or when we're doing whatever it is. We have a very limited or finite vision of what bad could happen as a consequence of me doing this thing. And I'm not saying that he has a relationship went on. There's something in that phone, though. There's something in that phone, and I'm not saying that. But I think we should think very, very carefully about what could be affected in our lives, our livelihood, our careers, our money, our reputation. Is it worth it to roll the dice in that manner? Okay, so defamation lawsuit was filed in Georgia, and they do have certain conditions that must be met when we talk about defamation. She's saying that there is a loss of opportunity or income based on that, and she'll have to prove that she lost the income or opportunity based on what was alleged with the extramarital affair, which may be hard to prove being associated with Big Tigger. So if there are celebrities who are supposed to be coming to the show and say, hey, I don't want to be associated with the show anymore, it's going to be hard for her to prove that it's her and not necessarily Big Tigger, unless both of them are alleging defamation together. All right. So she'll have to prove that it was the source of that loss of income was based on what Alicia says. So that's one tidbit of information. And a new development has popped out of the grave like a daisy. Alicia Brown has been arrested today. So she was, quote unquote, busted on kidnapping warrants. And these warrants are from Maryland. So she is being extradited to Maryland. And these stem from a 2019 disappearance of a 10-year-old child. So her 10-year-old child, whose name is Aaliyah, has been missing since 2019 and is still missing. There is something very weird going on with this relationship in general when you sit here and just think about it as a whole. The first time that we even heard about Alicia Brown is when Tigger was announcing that he was becoming a father on his Instagram post in October of 2024. Before then, there was no indication that Tigger was in a relationship. He kept it very, very private. So we don't know how these two people met and how long the relationship spanned. It could have been for a year. He could have met her for 1 year, and obviously he didn't do his research because it seems like she has a lot of issues going on with ex-husbands and children going missing that I hope, and it looks like he did, but I hope Tigger did not have a hero complex and listen to a sob story and decide that he was going to save this woman from a life of misfortune in romance and love, because it doesn't look like that. All right. There are allegations that she made on her previous husband that he was also abusing her. and or the children. So it seems like there is some sort of pattern going on with this woman alleging abuse, disappearing children. And then there is this acting thing where she's dramatizing everything that is happening. I am from the hood, right? We know what domestic violence looks like. We know what a real scream sounds like. And we know when someone is exacerbating the situation to make it appear as if it is more than what it is. Her biggest mistake was coming to the internet with all of this, especially as a Maryland fugitive. We now know where you are with the filing of the temporary order against Tigger. We now know where you are. Maryland is now alerted of your location, and now they come and scoop you up. So that's like a karmic cycle. I don't believe that any man is exonerated from cheating. However, if she had good reason to believe that this man was cheating, she had every right to leave the relationship, go somewhere else, be by yourself, let him cheat in peace. She has every right to do that. However, she does not have a right to publicly crucify this man, attempt to destroy his reputation and the career that he has spent decades building without her. And I believe that is when the last scale tipped over. I believe that's the last straw was pulled when she attempted to publicly destroy her husband, right? And when you look at all of this, you almost can't believe that this is your husband. This also lets us know that the relationship was not very long. Whatever reason these two people got together, I don't know if it was actually love that brought these two people to the stage. It may have been attachment of some sort. Two people wanted to fill a hole. She lost a daughter. Here's a man who's 51. She's 36, right? A little bit older than her. And she's looking to fill a void and having another child. He wants to leave a legacy and have the quote unquote American dream by being married. Who doesn't? Being married, having kids. He wants that. And you can see him in the pictures with his wife, rubbing her belly with his daughter. He looks happy. He finally gets to experience the joy of having a family, which is beautiful. However, it looks like he just picked someone, or they just picked each other. He didn't do the research. There wasn't enough time to fall in love. And there's a quote that goes around. I don't know if it's a quote or a saying, that when men get ready to settle down, they do not choose the person who they are in love with. They may not even choose the woman who is the best option for them. They choose whoever is ready. When they're ready, whoever is ready to do that and jump on that boat with them and jump over that broom, that's who they go with. And there's a big problem with that, because it doesn't give you enough time to do your due diligence. It doesn't give you enough time to see this person in the darkness and to see all of their toxic ways, if they have them, or their brand of crazy, because everybody got a brand of crazy, and to see if you can deal with that long term. I don't think they had a chance to see all of this, because there's no way they would have tied the knot if fighting like this was going on, secrecy. You know, this man was willing to go to war over that phone. He seems like he's private to the public, and he's probably very private to her as well, where she doesn't know much about what goes on in his life away from her, right? And it seems like it's a problem. The privacy or the secrecy is a problem. But when we don't get enough time, to explore who people are when we're dating them, and we come together for a common goal, the goal is met. So if the goal was to get married, to have a child, to try to fill her empty wound and heart for losing her first child, which they're investigating how that happened with the child disappearance. If that was the goal was accomplished. But does it have longevity? As you can see, they had a baby back in May 2025. A little bit over a year, and there are abuse allegations. Both parents have been arrested. Face out over TMZ and the entire internet. We're calling both of them toxic. We're calling both of them bad decision makers at this point. We don't know who is more at fault, but something doesn't feel right. Some just doesn't feel right about this whole thing. We talk a lot about men who get older and they don't have wives, and maybe they made bad decisions, maybe not, right? Because if he just sat where he was a year ago and decided not to consummate a relationship with this woman or have a child, even though we keep the children out of it, he would still be on his morning show. He wouldn't have these allegations running around. His reputation would not be at stake. His image would not be questioned. The type of person he is would not be the topic of conversation for today. He would be good with a dog and a goldfish. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be all of this. So women and men, or I would say men, which we don't talk about, their biological clock, so to speak, ticks too. And they decide to jump into these relationships and try to build something very quickly. But the house is built on sand. And we are now watching one of the worst collapse of a public figure that we've seen in years. So you guys let me know what you think about this. I think this is tragically sad. It's very, very sad. I want to thank you guys for coming to the Dingy Diamond. It has been your urban Lady Wilson Down. And until next time, bye-bye.